from Austria. Okay. Let me see e4. I'm sure a lot of people want to see the Scandinavian by now, so not going to let them down. Knight f3. None of the queen e6 shenanigans, huh? Okay. Should I go for those? Nah, I don't want to do that. The queen h5 stuff, which has now become known as the Bill Gates line, in which I sacrifice a bishop after, let's say, h3 goes at some point. I'm just going to leave that bishop on knight f6, and eventually after he castles, take back, try to mate. But yeah, so let's do something sensible instead. So here, I think I'm doing pretty well. Let me just take that since I want to go e5. Okay, I immediately regretted that. I think I just showed complete lack of understanding of chess. Oh well. At least he has played h3, which I may use as a hook later. That's probably the right use of that term, right? For going g4 once he's castled. So he just goes a3, b4. Probably haven't seen my Banter Blitz match against Mamedov, in which it feels like he mated me like this in every second game. Just going a3, b4, sacrificing stuff, and I just seem to get mated. But I'm not sure it's gonna happen this time. I hope that I've learned. We'll see if that's true. Okay. I'm just gonna take that. 94. With d4, he's got to deal with things like queen c6, attacking c2, just a bit awkward to meet before he's castled. And also if bishop e4, he's got to deal with f5. So it's not an easy choice. Now I think he's got to castle. Otherwise, he's probably in a bunch of trouble. Bishop d4, for instance, yeah. So he did what he should do here, and he's probably doing okay. Bishop e7, I'm not afraid of bishop d4, since it feels like if rook d4, queen e2, first of all I go g6, or maybe even h4, probably h4 is better. Protecting that pawn, and then later on I think I will have queen c3 at some point, with some pressure on his queen side. Although, objectively speaking, I'm guessing it's pretty equal. Or at least quite close to equal. Okay, so I think you should probably go rook a to d1. Now I get a chance to use a little trick. Point is now if rook d4, I'm going to go rook queen a1. And if then rook d1, I can take on a3. And although he does have counterplay with queen c4, I think that to queen b4, and then start to run the a pawn, I'm still there. But I would say he's done admirably so far, the lawyer. Okay, so b5. I'm simply going to exchange the rooks, and it feels like, even though there are opposite color bishops on the board, that my winning chances are pretty good. Since I'm gonna create a pass pawn pretty soon. So queen d2 is a clever try. Not sure exactly what I should do about it. Huh. Okay. Try and protect some pawns by bishop f6. Queen d7. I'm going to go a6. Just not so easy. BA, I got to go BA in order to... b6 seems nonsensical to me. Why would you just give up that pawn? He's not going to be able to prove in a court of law that b6 is a good move. I'm not believing that. Yeah, this was quite, for him, I think quite an unnecessary way to lose the game, since now I'm actually at the moment 3 pawns up, and b6 just made my king really, really safe, and yeah, there's not going to be any problems from here. Bishop z8, there's queen f4, followed by queen c1 check, picking up the bishop, so no chances there. Okay, very good game though. Was not clear at all till the very end. Okay. Okay, let's go with another one of our own. I'm pretty sure that this one is Sebastian Mihailov. He's one of the main guys behind the Play Magnus Norway, which I think is launching these days. And yeah, he's gonna try to give it a go. He goes for the Spanish. Being a classically trained player, it's a logical choice. And we got ourselves a d3 system. Going a4 now. Trying to force him to make a decision on the queen side before he's castled. I think I've had this position a number of times. I've had it against Aronian in the candidates match in 2007. I had it against, and then I went knight c3. All the best wishes, by the way, to Aronian and his family. Hope they're all doing great at this moment, in light of the news of what happened today. Okay, so he went knight b4 there, which I think was a pretty logical choice. And one of the ideas here for white is that if bishop e6, I feel like knight d5 could be a pretty good choice. If he does take on d5, ed going for knight b4, trying to get to d5, I think d4 is a pretty good option, and he's not going to be able to win a pawn. But that's what he's gone for, so we'll see what happens. So I got a couple of options. The most obvious one is to go knight d2, just taking the bishop, the pawn on d4, on e4, sorry. But the other one, which is a bit more adventurous, is to go for knight h4, try to get knight f5. But alas, I'm going to go with the boring option. Knight e4, typically going for the safe advantage instead. So I'm going to go knight, bishop d5. Here I haven't decided yet whether I wanted to go bishop c6 or bishop f3. The choices we have to make, huh? Yeah, let me try bishop c6. Try and annoy him a bit. Queen d3, going for the pawn on b4. b5 is going to go b4, obviously. And bishop f4, followed by bishop e5. Trying to keep him occupied. Rook b6, quite logically. But I think he may have missed. Rook a8 here. The question is whether it's any good. Yeah, we'll find out soon enough, won't we? Yeah, taken f8, king f8. I wanted to go queen f5. Just trying to put maximum pressure. If rook c6, I'm going to go bishop d6. So I'm not sure you can do that, or even queen c8 immediately might be more precise. And then if knight e8, I'm going to go bishop g7. So he goes for this one. Which, you know what, might not be a bad idea. Okay, queen a8. But now I feel like my coordination is not that great, and also the time situation is less than ideal. I could have just taken a d5. That was silly. I don't know why I did that. I believed him too much. But now I do get the chance of doing this. Bishop d5, he clearly missed that, and now he's in a bunch of trouble. Queen e8, I think. And he's not going to be able to protect f7, which is going to give me nothing at all. I missed this. Holy cow, that was dumb. Okay, no choice. Oh boy. Very little advantage now, and very little time as well. c5? Haha, he expected me to take it. I didn't. Didn't even see that it was on pre. Yeah, this is not going to work. Yeah, I was thinking of rook d6, but then g6. If he takes it, I take with the king. And that's not stalemate, because the rook is in f7. Okay, another exciting game. Almost too close to call. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what I got there. Don't let. Yeah, I shouldn't botch.